Yeah, we need a witness here. Matt's our witness.
That this website has
We
been
have a
going on
witness.
for
We have a witness
years.
that this thing is actually like real. We have a witness.
I pray that it's real, yes. So we went from, we had a blog, we had a grid, whatever it was.
A grid,
We had a video,
full page,
Search Best,
full
full
page,
screen.
da-da-da-da.
Yeah, Tumblr.
Hey, you showed me the screens.
Showed you the screens from the OG site.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then 12 years later,
12 years later.
we're back to square one.
Yeah.
And it's gonna happen.
Why is that?
Why is that? Because I finally made up my mind.
What happened?
Well, you were part of the process. Maybe you should tell us. You were there. I'm not allowed to talk now. I can't say anything.
There's a two-pack site.
I
involved at some
retired.
point.
Yeah, that never happened.
What?
There was a two-pack site.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You were in what, Europe?
Yeah, I got a message.
Oh,
You
yeah.
sent me the text.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
we
That's
did,
true.
like we redid the site when I started, I guess like 6 months ago or no,
Yes.
8 months ago. The Ivan was already on board for a while. Been on board for a while.
On board, yeah.
On board.
Yeah.
And so we did like a couple of iterations of the site, and then I
then
think
you-
we were we were pretty set on what we were
were
supposed
close.
to do.
We're
We
close.
had a couple of meetings.
Couple of meetings, very solid
I designed a couple of
meetings.
things.
And then someone sent a text to someone.
Yeah. So I received this text from Edge.
And
At
I
some point,
said,
he's like, I saw this 2-pack website. It's amazing. That's what I want.
That's when I pulled out.
that's when I knew I
didn't
even pulled
reply.
out.
I just sent it to Eva straight away. He's in Europe.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this. I'm out.
I'm like, I was about to go on vacation, so I was like, yeah, I'll see after when I get back. And
Fast forward.
Yeah,
We have a new website.
So fast forward,
no 2-pack though.
no 2-pack. We didn't go that direction, but maybe Matt's here. Maybe you can shed a bit of light on where we are now.
So
Where are we at?
So at some point, Ange, a couple of weeks back, said to me, I know what we're gonna do for the. I think it was the first time or something.
Was it through text or did I saw you at
Was
soccer?
it? Yeah,
I saw you at soccer.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's why I don't go to pickup.
just to avoid Ange.
Yeah. Just that-
He's hiding there.
Yeah.
When he saw that 2-pack, he's like, yo, I'm not going to pick up.
Lay low.
I'm saying Europe. And so you told me that at some point you drew this transfer window drawing
Oh, yes.
that you put up on the website at some point.
Famous drawing. Famous.
drawing,
Yeah.
framed. I think it's in the news or something.
Yeah, it should be. It should be.
And you told me about the fact that you've been like drawing all these things for the past 10 or 12 years, that you did something similar like at the beginnings of the Ringleaders, and that it was sort of something you were doing since the start. So why not use it as a concept for the website? I'm like, all right.
I'm just looking at Ivan's face while you're talking.
Sounds good. So we
Yeah.
set up a meeting, and I brought my tablet graphic. It's like
Tablet graphique.
Tablet graphic.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
that's
a
good. That's good.
graphics table.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyway, just to draw and to actually get Ange's handwriting
Yeah.
digitally.
That made it on Instagram.
Yeah.
More shitty drawing. basically.
Oh, he just hurt my feelings. He just hurt
when
my
it's-
feelings.
No.
When it's art,
kidding.
it's shitty is like a concept.
Yeah, art, whatever. It's great.
Art, you can get away with it. You can do anything you want.
Art. The website is art.
It is.
That's
And
it.
love suffit, you know.
Oh,
Shout out to me.
shout out, Aimé, Mbui, Mystique.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think once
And
it comes out, or when it comes out, it's gonna be refreshing.
Like very, very, very soon.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
like
very soon.
very
It's
soon.
hard.
Oh, we're close.
and
Very soon. We are so close. We've never been this close.
Yeah, we have. That's very.
We have never been this close.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I can feel it
Every time.
No, we're close. Don't change your mind. We're good.
I asked him like if he like,
Are you ready?
is this what you want? Is this what
Yeah,
you
he
want?
did. He was like
Are you
a.
comfortable with this? Like, don't worry. In a year, if you change your mind,
Yeah.
you
That's
can
okay.
change the
Yeah,
whole
he
page.
did that.
Yeah.
He did that. He did. He
I'm-
pulled that
I'm-
card too.
He's good.
He pulled that card on.
Just don't do it
He
next
was
week.
like a psychologist. I was like,
no,
yo, this is like
I'm used to
therapy.
working with clients. And yeah, so it's taking shape. It's going
Yeah.
good, and we actually unveiled it.
Yeah. I mean, look, I appreciate the support a lot. I know it's not always easy.
It's fun though. It's fun.
Yeah, I know my mind always travels very, very fast. And it took a while to get where we are now, but I'm feeling very good about it. And I estimate by the time people actually hear this show, the site will be live and running. Right?
That's yeah. For
Yeah,
my
you
part,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, from your part.
My part.
Balls
So-
in my cart. No,
Yeah.
technically speaking,
And you're not
Mathieu-
busy.
Mathieu is at 95%.
Yeah.
This is that 5% that's so tough to get, guys.
No, he's almost done.
No.
No, he's almost done. Now the ball is in my court.
The 5% belongs to Anne.
Yeah. Now
That's
the
very
ball
critical.
Is in my court.
Yeah, and
that's
it's
the
like-
problem.
And
Problem.
Very
Ed's
critical.
not really busy usually. So
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to. I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
that's it.
So no, we'll have a new website. It's gonna be exciting. From what I've seen,
Did you like the navigation?
it's very good.
Yeah.
It reminds me so
Like,
like back in the days when you would buy like albums, CDs. Sometimes you would get like an extra CD that's like a virtual,
oh no way.
like a virtual like.
True.
I remember because I bought like one of the Silverchair
that makes
CDs.
me feel good, man.
Yeah, so Silverchair.
Like for once.
Yeah, Silverchair had a CD, and I remember like the other CD that they had was like a circus. Like you went through a circus, and the navigation was,
an
similar to this.
interactive-
Oh, it was
Interactive.
like,
So you just like you
music.
downloaded like QuickTime videos and just watch like a shitty video of like 15 seconds, and then
like-
go on to the next
called
one.
like an enhanced CD or
Kind of thing, yeah. So you paid like
Wu-Tang had
$18.99.
that, no?
It's crazy.
They had
Yeah.
that on one of their albums.
I remember. I would just that's a good concept. So that's the first thing I thought when I saw the website.
Yeah.
I think it's good.
My man.
Dig in.
I think it's good.
My boy.
I think it's good.
I like that.
I think it's really different.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing websites a long time, and it's different. No, but it's good. I
It's
think
true, it's
different, good.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean, it's like I said to
stoked.
Ed yesterday, like
I'm stoked.
the other day, I was like, either like people are gonna have a reaction to this site. Like either they're gonna hate it, they're gonna love it, they're gonna be like, what the fuck's going on? Like, where do I have to click? Where do I click everywhere? So like something's gonna happen, you know?
Okay. But that's kind of what we wanted.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited. So like, like I said, by the time this recording comes out, we'll hit the ground running. And again, it's up to me to keep the ball rolling. And but you saw my archive system.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You saw my archive. And I don't have possession of everything. Like I was saying, so Patterson has a shitload of stuff. Truckload of stuff. Yeah. Johnny F. Kim has a truckload of stuff. Marc-André Maillet.
You're gonna roll this out like
They have like recordings. They have a lot of photos. I'm trying to think who else. There's a lot of shit I don't have. No, I got everything from him. Yeah, I got everything from him.
probably Chinatown. Have some stuff.
Yeah, CSC has some stuff. So I mean, that's why it took so long to try to figure this system out, because it's a work in progress all the time, And so as I collect these things along the way, as you witnessed, the site is perfect to just put shit on it.
Yeah. And your shit, like
That's it.
the way you do it.
The way we
actually,
do it.
yeah, that's
Yeah. And also because like a lot of the images, like a lot of the photos haven't been shot the same way. They haven't been shot by the same person. They haven't been shot by the same camera. So it's not very consistent visually.
Do you want to talk specifics or?
I don't want to I don't want to go too specific and too granular. I just want to say that it took a bit of time to come up with this system, just because nothing was very consistent. So that's it. That's my story, and that's my witness.
So obviously, we talk website has been taking.
Damn, this is strong.
Yeah, no, this is,
That's bon cool.
that's why I put some coke in it, guys. Sorry to all my Haitian listeners right now. I apologize.
43%.
Here, let's do it. Did you like Bako?
Oh yeah.
Today.
All right.
Let's do this. So this website's been a long time coming. It's been a journey, which leads me to.
How's it been for you?
I mean, you just have to know when to pull out. In all sense of the word. I have 2 kids, so I can speak. I can't really speak for myself. But you just have to know when to pull out. I mean, yeah. I mean, when I used to work on the website, because I'm not in it anymore. I'm good. I'm very happy. Stress levels are way down. I'm just focusing on my game right now, so that's perfect. Tomorrow, every Saturday, that's my thing right now. I'm older, so
I actually found Patterson has like one of those websites, Behance.
yes,
Is it Behance that artists
Maybe.
use or whatever?
yeah, like a portfolio.
Like a portfolio, and he has all the RFC websites on it. Like, have you seen that? Yeah, like all 6 of them or something. yeah. I'll try to find it later.
I have so many Gmail chats of us talking about the website from like 2010 to 2013. But that's the only thing we talked about for 3 years.
One was when Edge was looking for the password for something.
Yes. That's the 45.
Like the art, like
The thread? The email thread is about 45 messages.
Which one? I don't remember this.
Exactly.
I don't remember
Involving
this.
me, Bart, Jeremy Worth, you, and you just constantly asking,
I remember
asking
that.
for the password for the Tumblr, and I'm like, dude, you just have to log in with your user. You have access to the website, and it's a 45 email thread. And at some point, I think Jeremy just jumped in and he's like, yo, get it together. Get your shit together. Or Bart was like, come on.
Get your shit together, and
Come on, and get your shit together. So that is just a sample of working. Mais non, on est deux. I mean, so the website is just, I'm just happy it's done.
Yeah, pure entertainment.
Yeah. I mean, that's just one of the projects that you are involved in, and that we're close to.
And we have a homage, a long sleeve T-shirt and a cap coming out to celebrate the fact.
Yes,
To celebrate the fact, right?
that's true.
The product will be very, very, very reflective of the website, but we won't say more than that.
that's
We
it.
won't reveal more. Gotta follow us on Instagram to figure it out.
Yes. Speaking of merch,
Speaking of merch,
you've been working on another long-term project.
oh boy, which one?
A shoe.
A shoe.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
A shoe.
We have been working
That's
on
been in progress for
a footwear piece, right?
footwear piece. Yes.
A footwear piece. Our own
For
footwear.
years.
It's been a very long time. It's been like a childhood dream kind of thing, right? What do you want to know about it? I don't know if I want to. Tell me. What do you want to know about it? I'm all yours.
Childhood dreams. I mean, first of all, who dreams of that when you're a kid? But what's the build-up? Well, like, how do you build that up to actually think of making a shoe out of it?
I guess over time, the constant challenge of like starting as a t-shirt line, turning into a soccer team, right? And then in parallel doing both t-shirts and running a club. Eventually getting into a situation where you get sponsored by, an athletic brand. Yeah. And so you add another component there. And then you realize, shit, I'd like to make my own tracksuit, or I'd like to make my own jersey, or I'd like to make, my own sweatshirts or whatever. To the point where you're like, I could make my own ball if I want to. I just have to do it. And so it started from there. It started to like, I guess, frustrations with sponsorships and like being like forgotten in a certain area, or working really hard and just being neglected perhaps, and then being like, fuck it, I'm gonna make my own shoe. That's pretty much how it started, right? And I've been blessed to be in the business and like kind of have met people along the way that have helped me a lot. And so when I met Louis Tremblay, like, a while ago, we've been working on a lot of footwear projects, like for Off the Hook, and he's like always a dude that I've always like looked up to, respected a lot. And he had started traveling to Portugal and Europe to like work on footwear. And then I was like, shit, like, tell me more about these factories. Like, what do they do? And then I was like, could we make like an indoor soccer shoe there? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And I'm like, what? I'm like, for real? I was like, what? So we've been working on it like a long time on this. Like, it's not like yesterday. There's been like a lot of samples. So it was more like us sitting down, which again, it's like this website thing. It's like, man, you gotta dig deep in your soul and like be like, what the fuck do I want? Like, what do I want to do? How do I want to put this out in the world? Is it going to represent us?
Yeah.
Like, is it going to tell our story? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and Rocky Balboa, the whole story of Rocky, right? Rocky, I feel that. Yeah, I saw you head bop. If you take the characters out of Rocky, so you take Rocky and Apollo out of the story, out of the movie, then you take their story, their connection out of the movie, and then you just show the boxing match at the end. Qu'est-ce que t'as compris? Like, what did you understand from that? Nothing. You need a fucking story. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not gonna make a shoe just to make a shoe and say, oh, look how big my dick is, I just made a shoe. I need to like fucking tell a story here. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. And so yeah, maybe, probably 2.5 years to do this. Started in Portugal, ended up in a little town in Italy where it was like a family-run business. And the owner there, Silvio, when we got there, when we stayed a week in Italy to do this, we already had some samples from Portugal. And when we got there, an hour into our meeting, me and Louis are looking at each other and we're staring at Silvio and we're like, this guy's a legend. We just realized this guy was a legend, not just some random dude that just makes shoes. his story is that he's been making footwear since he's 11 years old. And he was 67 at the time when we met. So he's been doing that his whole life, right? And he was the head pattern maker there. And like, I don't know if this is a fact, but I don't know how many pattern makers are still alive today, like, you know, from Italy to all over Europe to probably, you know, now it's all computers and stuff, but OGs that actually do this by hand is there's not a lot of them left, you know? So to the point where even after that experience, Louis was thinking of actually going there for a month just to learn from this guy. And so you guys, everybody here has seen the shoe, but for the public that hasn't seen it, there's kind of like these sidelines on the side profile of the shoe. And that took a lot of time. That took 3 days to like, we had designed it in advance and we had samples from Portugal, like I said, but Silvio was stuck on the fact that he was like, he didn't say the word swag, but he kind of, the next day he's like, yo, I slept on this and you lack a bit of swag. He you know, he didn't say it in that, he didn't say swag, but he kind of said it that way. So then he wanted to kind of redesign it by hand, and at a point, you know, we had a translator, it got a little confusing, and so then he just got pissed and he just threw his paper at Louis, and he's like, show me what you're trying to tell me. And Louis is a ninja, you know, most of you've met Louis before. Yeah. Louis is a ninja, but he kind of froze. First time I ever see him, kind of like, he's like, whoa, like I'm about to show this legend, like, you know, I don't want to disrespect the man, you know, like I got to be careful how I'm going to do this. It's total respect. Things like that I'll never forget, you know. So yeah, so like, you know, we got on the third day, we actually got a sample from that factory, and the whole thing was butter. And then we left 2 days later, and by that time they had finished the second sample with some corrections. And so a couple of months later, here we are. The fun thing is that actually in this very space here, I had brought, I invited Gildas, I invited Jesse, Pat, Davis, Jensen, Rocco was there, Ivan was there, and I showed them the whole story, the whole thing about the journeyman that I'll get into a little bit later, and they gave their feedback. Everybody, one by one, everybody gave their input on the shoe, on what they saw. Obviously, you can't involve everybody from scratch because you'll never get nowhere. You can't have 15 people work on one shoe, you know? But when you trust them and you trust their experience and their knowledge, they got their hands dirty too, you know what I mean? Like they worked on it too, which makes me very proud because it's like, it's not just about me, it's about the club, right? So, and after that meeting, there was actually 3 modifications done to the shoe after that meeting, you know? Some points that some guys brought up. So, and which actually makes the shoe look even better. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, we're very close to like releasing the shoe. The only bummer is that Silvio passed away like last week. Yeah. So that's kind of been like a little bit crazy for me and Louis, but wow. We were very proud to have met him and worked with him, and we're very honored. So yeah, kind of we'll see, you know, now the factory, from what I was told, is his daughter runs it now, and yeah, I think so. Yeah. Wow, that's in one of the last shoes he made. And he actually used to play soccer for that town is like in 5th division or something, and he used to play for them when he was younger. So yeah, that's my story, man. That's the story about the journeyman. The shoe is called the journeyman. I don't know if I said that before.
No, that's it. That's why we want to talk about more the story of the journeyman, maybe from a, how do I put it, like a local perspective. I don't know, because I know like we've spoken about Dirty Men
Yeah.
throughout time, and we have the same vision, I would say, on how the game is played here and how people that are passionate about it have to travel from Montreal to touchdown nowhere, USA, back to Edmonton for seasons, then go back down
Yeah.
for indoor season, and
Yeah, it's a real grind. It's like a reflection.
grind, yeah.
It's a reflection of like maybe our times. I mean, it's very hard nowadays to, in any profession you do, I don't think you can just do one thing. I think you got to, today to survive, you got to do a lot of things, you know? And so the pro soccer thing,
Yeah.
the pro soccer scene in North America in the last 30, 40 years has been these journeymen, these guys that have played in, you know,
teams in 90 years.
oh, more. Like you go on Wikipedia and see some of these guys. They've done like 20 teams in 19 years.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense. And like every year the league goes out of business, and then there's a new league. Yeah, things are a little more stable now, but you know, 90s and 80s, and forget that. So I thought that was a fun concept because a lot of those players that we got coached from some of these players as kids, right? Some of these guys were ex-pros,
Yeah.
and you know, they didn't play for, you know, Manchester United. They played for like, you know, Rochester Lancers, and you're like, whoa, give me your autograph. It's like, you know, then he's coaching some AAA team somewhere. So yeah, and then I guess in reflection with our club and kind of our club identity, like we're all artists, we're all young professionals, we're all guys that travel a lot or are interested in traveling. We're very cultured, and I think the journeyman comes from you know, maybe a situation where I think maybe the first kind of traveler was Patterson when we started the club, in, you know, back in the day, like Jeremy Bresman was like, hey, you know, there's this skater guy from the UK that's coming to live here. I heard he likes soccer. He's really cool. Let's give him a shot, you know? So he was one of the first, and then he brought in Edwin, and then somehow Rob Fox. How the hell did Rob Fox? Oh, through Jonas. Through Jonas, you know? You know, and now they came, blessed us, you know, we had a little friendship going, and then they moved on either because of work or, you know, expats or whatever the case may be. You know, that was part of the journey too. That was part of the journey of the club, and these are people that we're blessed that we've met over the years. You know, others, you know, Dan Merritt, Morgan, you know what I mean, went to New York. One guy's in Vancouver now, blah, 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 blah. So I think it was only fair to call the shoe the journeyman, and also a bit of like the 90s vibe. I mean, that's where I grew up.
Yeah.
I did most of my playing, and indoor for us was a big component in our life, because we didn't have these facilities that these kids have now, where it's all turf. You know, we used to play in basketball gyms with handball nets. You know what I'm saying? Hockey arenas. Some of those.
Cement. Well, yeah.
It was cement, right? And the nets were.
For the tackles.
Yeah,
great.
They were low, long
Yeah.
nets, right? Those low, long nets. So, yeah. So, you know, we can't like, we can't spit on that. That's part of who we are. And then also there was a point of there was a dress code. There was a dress code that we had growing up in high school, because me personally, I was always the soccer guy, you know?
Same.
I was the soccer guy, but I was neutral. I was like cool with everybody. I could hang out with the rappers, I could hang out with the skaters, I can hang out with the metal guys.
That's crazy how that was.
It didn't matter
back then.
It didn't. It was a thing back then.
Yeah.
It was a thing for real. I'm happy that stuff doesn't really. It kind of still exists. There's always going to be tribes, but you don't really get judged on the music you listen.
I think it's more intertwined now.
Yeah, you could dress like a rapper, but
Yeah, yeah.
actually listen to like anything you want. It doesn't matter, or you can skate and listen to hip hop. So, but back then it was a serious issue. Like there was some heavy bullying involved with that kind of stuff. So, but I lay low, I was smooth. I was like smooth, and I was like, I had my indoor soccer shoes on, and that's all that I cared about, and maybe my team jacket. My team jacket was very, very important.
I had my team jacket for like the longest time.
Yeah, every day.
It was the
Every day.
ugliest logo.
Every day.
So ugly.
What team was that?
Cobras.
The Cobras.
The Cobras.
From
Pierrefonds.
Pierrefonds. They still exist?
They still do. I don't know if they're still called the Cobras. They probably are.
Yeah.
But I remember there was like a snake, like a yellow snake on a blue and black background.
That's cool.
That's why.
That's cool.
So I have a jacket, black, white, blue. And I used to wear it for, I think I wore it for 7 years.
Yeah, and you still have it.
Indoor shoes.
You still have it.
Yeah. My dad's place.
Yeah, that's it. So, so our dress code was like was basically the shoes, right? That's how we used to identify each other and like connect. So that's kind of the story with our footwear piece, and then it should be coming out very, very soon. I think around the same time that maybe the website's gonna drop.
What a year.
Maybe, yeah. What a year, right? What a year. Before that, yeah.
Yeah, and meanwhile we've had the
Website, shoes.
yeah, and we've had the time to launch. I don't know if that's the right word, but to launch a second team or
A second team.
How do you call? I would say remote club. No, I would know.
Okay.
Not remote club.
It's a satellite club.
Satellite club or
yeah, you know what?
expanding.
I don't even. Yeah, perhaps.
Because I guess
but
it's satellite club because it's
perhaps,
the same people.
perhaps
Yeah.
in the human eye, that's what it looks like. But to me, that's not how I see it. That's not how I see it. I see everything as one.
Yeah.
I see everything as one. Everything is flat. You know what I don't know if I've said this before, but before we figured out that the Earth was round, the Earth.
Who's we?
Human race.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm OG. I'm going back to like
1500s.
I'm like, was it Copernic? Who was it? The guy that was like,
Oh
who
man,
figured out that?
no.
Who figured out that the Earth was round? Galileo.
Yeah.
He was like, the Earth is round. I live my life.
Are we fact checking this? Or?
Yeah, Galileo, right? Yeah, he's gonna Wikipedia that. Galileo. There might have been theories before that, but I think he made it legit.
Okay.
And he might have got killed for that too. He might have got killed for that, but I live my life like when the Earth was flat. I like to make everything like no discrimination. We're all one, okay? So time is flat. I don't really believe in years and anything because I don't care. And same thing for this new team, entre guillemets, which is Dave's chapter in Portland,
One of our journeymen.
One of our journeymen, Dave, but yeah, he's born and raised here, but he moved away now because of work. But I'm just saying that at first it kind of gave me a bit of anxiety because I'm like, shit, like we're a new team now, like how are we gonna control this, like all that kind of stuff.
Losing control is never.
But then I'm looking at it to calm myself down. I'm like, first of all, it doesn't even matter if that group of players is not on the same piece of land as us. It doesn't matter, like the way I looked at it, in a week we have like Tuesday pickup, right?
Yeah.
And then we have a Saturday squad that plays
Sunday
Division
squad.
3 and a Sunday squad that plays Division 2.
Yeah.
What's the difference if you have another squad that plays on Monday, for example? It doesn't make a difference. That's kind of how I saw it. So I was like, whether it's here or there, doesn't really
same
matter.
thing.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. So
Dave, so how did that happen? Like I'm trying to figure it out.
man, let me try to remember this one.
They've called you. You
I
called
think
Dave?
last summer or something.
Okay.
Okay, so there's the Toffee League
Yeah.
in Portland. It's their second season now. Okay, they started like last summer. And the Toffee League is part of a bar, right?
I think
there's a
so.
pub. There's a pub.
Yeah.
Toffee.
It's an establishment.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
there's a
I've seen. I've
pub
never
that
been.
started their league, right, in
Yeah.
Portland. And so Dave got approached by the Toffee League, and the dudes there were like, you know, we really want a Ringleaders team here, and we know you're one of them. And so I was kind of honored to hear that, you know what I mean? Like, at that point, I'm not gonna get all possessive and be like, oh no, I'm like, damn, that's dope. You know, like, how are we gonna manage this one? And we figured it out. And Dave is like, you know, he's been on
running it there.
Yeah, he's running it there.
Cool, man.
He took care of the uniforms. He took care of putting the squad together.
Okay.
And I know that late in the summer, they have like the final of the league is actually played in the Timbers Stadium,
Yes.
right? What's that place called again?
It used to be called Geldwen Field.
Yeah, okay.
Probably changed because
Yeah, that one there. So they're gonna play there.
wow.
And then I'm gonna go. I don't know who wants to tag along. Whoever's listening, you can tag along. But we're gonna go to Portland and
support.
and hang out for like 3 days, not sleep for 3 days,
okay with
and it's gonna be a good party. What is it?
If Ivan's phone tells him
Oh
I'll be
yeah.
fine, I'll be fine.
You have one of those? Okay, so who figured out the Earth was round? It's the Greeks.
Oh my God.
God damn it!
Out
Yeah.
of all people,
Oh, did I make that?
that's a long story.
Yeah, it's like
No.
Yeah, so you know, so the Greeks, so then I'm allowed to say that the Earth is flat. You know, so yeah, that's how I see it. I see everything flat, and I see everything as one.
And he's so far. I mean, so far so good, obviously.
Yeah, so far so good.
Everyone's
You know,
hyped.
I think they're looking good. I see them on Instagram, and
did he
the-
redo like a kit or something?
yeah, he
Yeah.
redid a kit. Yeah. So what happened was
Is the snowflake is white? That's what I noticed.
the crest,
crest.
our logo, our crest is white.
It's white on white on.
And I think there was a mistake.
Kits.
back then.
Yeah, like those kits, like so that company Avery Dennison,
Yes.
they make like transfers.
Yes.
They're specialized in like that kind of stuff. So that's what they do. So they make these transfers, like these little patches that then you press on the jersey.
But they made them specifically that color.
Avery Dennison partnered with the league.
Oh. Okay.
Every uniform is made that way.
Okay.
So every team made a graphic logo, whatever, and they made the patches, and then they had an opening party at the toffee spot. There's like behind the pub. There's like a little venue that they hang out, and they did a soiree, and they had a projector, and they had music, and they pressed the jerseys. And so I don't know where my jersey is. I'm still waiting for it. Dave said that he had some extras, but I still haven't seen them. So that's kind of how they made them, and I think they made a mistake. I think they made the crest white. They made it white by mistake.
It looks good.
But
It looks good.
maybe that just could be that could be their thing.
But that's
You know?
like the snowflake. Like,
Exactly. It's nice.
super.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe that could just be their little thing. Their little.
I think it's perfect.
So what
They're
was
little-
your like? What did Dave tell you? Like, I'm gonna do this, or did you have a say, or did you collaborate?
I did, but we build it together. Okay. What's fun is that I have like screenshots of all like the previous like renderings and all of that, which that shit will be on the website. You just have to find it.
You just have to wait for the
You just have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's
95%.
95%. 95%.
Wait
We,
for that
we have
5%,
never been
yeah.
this close. And
To quote Yvette.
people will get to see these things. All these things that are in my phone, people will get to see them.
It's gonna be Christmas every day.
Every day, baby.
When it
Every day.
launches.
Every day. Christmas every day, and the Earth's gonna be flat. So, but
So we're gonna go to Portland.
I would like to
Keep
go
us
to
on
Portland. I would like to like, I would like to like hang out there a little bit,
And meet the guys.
meet the team,
Yeah.
and yeah, and I just think that you know, it's not like, oh, those guys or
Yeah.
us,
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
It's not that. Everybody is one, you know. So I just want to, you know, learn everybody's name on a, you know, like get to know all the players and
Win
like,
their team.
You feel like
We
a
could, I mean,
club
if-
owner traveling
if-
to your.
yo, you know,
It's like Joey going to Bologna. He's like, hello guys, I'm Joey.
in my private jet in a tracksuit.
Yeah.
In a
Hey
tracksuit.
guys, just I'm the owner. Been there for a long time, so I want to know your names.
Oh man.
Might not know what I am.
No, you know, seriously, man, it's like it could be a lot of fun, and maybe once a
sure.
year we can go down there, play
that's-
against them, maybe in the fall or something, maybe after their season is done. Yeah, that
do
shit
it.
could be fun, man.
Do it. I'm ready.
That shit could be fun. So shout outs to Dave.
Yeah, man.
Lots of love and respect. Thank you for this opportunity, and we wish you have a good season.
Thank you for making the logos white on white on
White on white.
Perfect.
White on white. Let me see that again.
It's nice. It's very. It's like not white on white. It's like a silver.
You went on the toffee handle? for
Yeah,
that?
Toffee League. Hold up.
Do a suit.
Yes.
A suit.
It's very true. Toffee League, yeah.
You went on the toffee.
Avery Dennison Toffee League. The beautiful game's weirdest league presented by Avery Dennison in Portland, Oregon.
Ah, yeah, there you go.
So they make, obviously they make.
Have you
the
seen
crest.
this, Pat? Have you seen this jersey?
The kids and
This is how they did it.
It's nice. C'est une erreur pour vrai?
happy mistakes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
non, c'est ça.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. And yeah, Dave, actually, oh my God, nobody has, I don't, you know what? I don't even have like an actual photo of the jersey.
I just saw a team photo.
That's it. But
Yeah.
Dave has never really sent me a, you know, like a flat image, boom, boom, front,
Of
back.
it,
No, I don't have that. I still don't have that. But he printed the, there's a patch of the Ringleaders Journeyman shoe on the jersey, on the sleeve of
Can
the
I get
jersey.
it?
Hold up, let me try to see if I have it in my
Patch of the shoe.
Yeah, he took our shoe, he
Yeah.
took the silhouette, and he made a patch out of it, and he put it on the jersey.
That's insane.
Yeah. So
What the hell, guys? Every time.
let me see if I have like
I've seen like it's like a red patch on one side.
yeah, I think that's the one, man.
Is that the one?
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Because there's a seems to be like a green or blue patch on the other side.
Yeah, I'm colorblind. I couldn't help you on that.
Oh, that's why.
But
Yeah. Hold up. Oh, I think I got it. There. Boom. Right there.
no way.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's on the other side. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's this
It's
one.
it's a blue one. Yeah.
This.
It's a.
See that? That shit is dope.
That's nuts, dude.
That's a leak. That's a leak right there.
Wait a minute. That's insane.
Yeah. So I think that's like on the right sleeve.
Yeah.
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 Very very decent.
And
Get this in. Get this in.
and then what else? And that's the league thing. And oh yeah, see? Remember this on Instagram? He tried to color them.
Yeah. And
He tried to
I think he ran into some issues.
And he was like, this is impossible.
Yeah.
He's like, this is impossible. Yeah. And then there's this on the back.
Not bad.
Yeah. What, are you stoked? You're stoked? Yeah.
Are you stoked?
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a bad sponsor.
No. Look at this. So this is how they do it.
Okay, so the sponsor is in front or in the back?
No, it's in the back, but I think
Low,
these,
like bottom back.
bottom back. But I think this is like this is the transfers. This is what they do, right? So it comes like in a plastic or I don't know what, and then they press it. Something like that. Yeah.
So how did they become a sponsor?
Oh, see. So how did they become a
How did Soccer Bible become a sponsor?
Okay.
for this
Well,
team?
okay. So
one of Andrew's drawing.
I think probably two, yeah.
So you know. Now I'm gonna talk like an artist. No, hold up. Okay, hold up.
The guy makes
No,
one
no, no.
crying, and you never hear the end of
Right,
it.
it's like 5
Okay,
words.
We
so
never hear the end of it.
Check so G.
We have a website.
Wait, 1 second.
We have
so this is
t-shirts.
the actual logo of the company, Soccer Bible, and then this is what I did for the jersey.
The guy does one transfer window.
The guy does one transfer window T-shirt.
He's like, let's make everything with my
I'm gonna
drawings.
talk like an artist now.
I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna draw you things. You figure it out. I don't have time. I really don't have time to talk to you. Seriously, dude. Like, yeah, okay, cool.
So
okay.
so how did this happen?
That's insane.
Let me think. Let me remember what happened.
Yeah.
Dave, I believe Dave got approached
Yeah.
from Soccer Bible. I don't know how it came up. I don't know who spoke to who. I just know that they were like, "Oh, we'd like to maybe sponsor you guys. Would you be open for that?" So, this is me learning from experience over the course of time, right?
Yes.
Through everything we've been through. I said, Dave, you handle this. I'm not gonna get involved. I trust you. Follow your gut, and I'm not gonna stress you about it because I lose sleep over this kind of stuff, right? And then, who am I to stress him out when he's just trying to have a good time, right? So
That's at the end of the day. That's
at the end of the day, right? It's about having a good time, and they were keen enough to like be down with the whole thing. So why not? I think it took a bit of time. I think like obviously Dave is busy too, so he wasn't on this like 24 hours.
No, for sure.
But it took a bit of time, and then they had proposed. I think they said, you know what? Like we don't really like putting our actual logo on a jersey. We want to put an iteration, maybe in your fonts or whatever.
Okay.
And then the dude there sent a screenshot of the transfer window T-shirt. No. Yes, he did. See?
Fucking hell.
So he was like, maybe you can do something
God.
like that.
What?
So that's why I then took like a piece of paper. You know how I communicate now. I don't talk to anybody.
Yeah, he just
right. I don't
draws.
talk. I just draw. And then I was like, it took me. I don't. You know what though? I don't remember if I had thought of it like
Way back.
a way back or I slept on it or whatever. But so I just wrote soccer and I put a little Bible. And we actually, hold up. You're laughing? Dude, we have designs, man. We did, hold up. Like, because they were like, oh, and maybe we can do a capsule. So I was like, I sent like designs to Dave.
Like, next step.
Yeah, we have like designs, man. We did like even hats. Dude, we even did hats. We did hats. With the little Bible. So, let me try to find it. Yeah, there you go. Look at this.
You have a PDF.
We did a PDF like kind of designs, and that should have been the jersey there. Like
Yeah. The
and
original
then
version.
we even did like hats, t-shirts, and like a sweatshirt.
Well done.
Yeah, excité. Yeah. Yeah.
So, wow.
So that was cool, you know. But then finally, I guess maybe they just stuck with this logo that they have there, and I'm okay with that. Like, it's cool. You know what I mean? Maybe we'll do it next time or whatever. So yeah, that's the Portland chapter. And even to an extent, Dave kind of wanted to like, he was like, you know, maybe we should have another Instagram. And, you know, again, I spoke to you about it. I spoke to Jesse about it. I was like, you know, what do we do? Do we start a Ringleaders _West handle and all that kind of stuff? Mm-hmm. But it's like, oh, and maybe like, yeah, the whole Tupac thing. Okay, can I get into that story?
I feel you want to get into that story.
Yeah, I kind of want to get into that story.
Is the website gonna change after this?
No, you know, yeah, no. Rest assured, the website won't change. But there was this is really funny how it happened, because I hit up Jeremy on a weekend, Jeremy Weirth, and do you remember this? Do you remember this? Death Row East. You remember this? Okay, so like, this was maybe like 2 months before he died. Like, they were gonna launch a chapter for the East Coast, Death Row East, and they were gonna involve like Cool G Rap and like, I don't know who else was gonna be part of that, Craig Mack or whatever. And so I had thought of that, and I had hit up Jeremy, and I was like, yo, remember that? That was dope, and you know, the logo was cool and this and that. Should we do like a Ringleaders West concept kind of jersey? I didn't know exactly where I wanted to go with it, but like I kind of pitched it to him, and he was like, yeah, that's dope. Like, let me put my thoughts together. And then coincidentally, the same fucking day, Dave texted me and said, would you like to start a team in Portland?
That's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit. And I am so fucked up. I didn't even know where Portland was, dude. I always thought...
Let's do it. I'm on my way.
Look, I know it was in the U.S., but like, I always thought Portland was more on the east.
There is a Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, but you know, like, I didn't know they were like close to the West Coast. You know what I mean? Like, so then
you're like, yeah, I'm on my way.
And then Dave's like, oh yeah, he's like, yeah, that works out. We're like close to the West, and I was like, oh shit, okay. So yeah, it all kind of came together that way, you know. But finally, after all this, I think we drew the line where we were like, we don't need confusion. They can have a alias, a street kind of alias. We can call them RFC West, or they could have a hashtag or whatever. But I think at this point, starting a new website or a new handle on Instagram and
we're already having trouble with our own identity. That we don't need to confuse ourselves. It's not about confusing people. It's just about
12 years.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, RFC West is the state anyways, right?
No point of like starting a new identity, a new logo, a new this, a new that.
No, it's the same.
But by accident they got this white logo,
which is pretty good.
Which is okay.
I'm a bit jealous.
So they could kind of keep that, and it could be their personal thing.
That's true.
And so that's cool. That's cool right there.
So we go because we're everywhere, right? I would like to think. Eventually Japan, I don't know.
Japan, that'd be the dream.
Did we buy a domain name?
I don't even think I don't know if we went through it.
The domain name that we bought was like way back.
.jp. We wanted to do that.
.jp or something.
We wanted to do that.
Yeah.
We wanted to do that.
So we had that, didn't we? No.
I don't know if we ever went through with it, but
it was in the talks.
I'm a fan. I'm a fan of Japan, and I'm a fan of J League. You don't have to convince me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
so
don't
now
have to convince me.
Writing.
We can maybe we can start. Maybe we should start doing that. Get Mitts.
I work.
Shout outs to Mitts.
Yes,
Mitts.
Now I work next to him.
Oh my god!
And I see.
Does he vape?
He vapes all day. So the guy comes in at 1 p.m. Or no, maybe I'm exaggerating, but
he rolls in at 1.
Comes in late, rolls up at 1, vapes. Check out some J League highlights
I love
or
him.
you
I
know
love him.
friendlies.
I love him.
Complains. Gives me the lowdown on all the rumors
About J League.
Yes, all the rumors about J League. What's going on? Who's going where? Who's not going where? Who's playing well? But yeah, he's a massive J League supporter. Yeah.
And so his day starts at 1.
I mean,
Like, does he wake up at 12:30?
I can't judge him. No, he comes in later. I get in early because I have kids. But he walks in,
he's an artist,
vapes,
man.
watches the videos,
He's an artist.
goes for lunch, and then that's it.
Then he works.
Then he works. Yeah, he's a great designer. Dude. You can't hate. But he's also a very good J League supporter. I think that's where we should focus.
Gamba
on.
Osaka.
Yeah, I think he was one of the first ones to break out the Iniesta rumor in the J League. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of journalists out there, but Mitz was the first one to break it. No shame.
So you work next to him. You work next to Dan Finkelstein.
He hustles. He works all day long.
Shout out to Dan.
And then Mitz is just cruising. But yeah, like I said, like we're just moving around. In a matter of months, we've gone from our hometown Montreal to Portland. That now we know where it is. So that's good.
Yeah, I know. I actually went on a map and I looked at it.
And I mean,
It's never too late to learn, you know?
It's always good to learn.
It's never too late.
And we will go to Portland, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
And then the next step, or not the next step, but one of the stops that we have is across the Atlantic. More precisely, I would say in London.
Ooh, London.
London, which is
one of my favorite cities.
a great
one of
city.
my favorite cities.
And good friends that we have.
Have you
there.
guys been to London before? Have you been to London? Have you been to? You've been to London.
I've been to London.
So nice.
It's beautiful.
I loved it there.
Yeah, it's a great city. Wish I would go more often, I think. But now we have it in there now.
Yeah. Go on.
We have it in there, which is can I call it the own football market? How do I call it?
You are gonna call it. I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna call it.
Own fan club.
Own marketplace.
Yes. Or football marketplace. There's a lot of names. I've seen a lot of things going with the World Cup and such. But I think it's own fan club.
It's the football. It's the Own and Friends.
Yes.
Football marketplace.
There you go.
That's what it's called.
It has like 20 logos of local clubs and brands
of
doing their thing.
Soccer Cruise.
Soccer Cruise, that's a good way to say it.
Soccer Cruise.
Like-minded people, I would say.
Like-minded people.
And I mean, own fan clubs just blew up.
They started with a zine and they made some tees. They made some cool, like these shirts, Hawaiian shirts with sponsors on them. Mm-hmm. And so they kind of reached out a while ago. They were preparing this thing for the World Cup.
Yes.
And they asked us to participate. And they're like homies, Soho Warriors.
Yeah.
Soho Warriors is family. And so we're always there to support. And we sent them, basically the concept was, they kind of made it, they made the spot look like a flea market a bit, like
yes.
a soccer crazy flea market with gear everywhere, top to bottom. And
that
so
anyone can go, right? Anyone can just show up.
I think the opening was on the 14th, and as of today, it is open for 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay, cool.
I think. And we were gonna prepare a kind of capsule for it. We were gonna design some stuff with Bart and Patterson. We had a little concept going, but we just ran out of time.
Yeah.
But fun enough though. It was gonna be a Ringleaders at Midnight collection, just for London. But we ran out of time to design it and stuff. Our ideas are still there, and we're still gonna release that capsule. But the shit we made for the show actually has only been sold by DM only on Instagram. We've never put it in store anywhere.
Where you go from DM to flea market.
So basically, with the opportunity that came up, I was like, you know what? It's pretty exclusive. It's 2 weeks. It's in London.
Let's do it, yeah.
And I sent the product there. So like 2 long sleeves, 2 hats. And so we're happy to be a part of it. And yeah, all the stuff was designed by Bart. Shout outs to Bart. And I wish them best of luck, and hopefully a lot more fun things like that happen throughout the year.
How do you feel about that soccer crew mentality kind of growing with time? Because we've seen them. I mean, Soho.
I like it. I mean,
Yeah.
I like it. And if you look at, let's say, when you mean crew and mentality, what are you trying to say?
I mean, I think specifically in that case, it's the Soho Warriors, where we
Warriors
somehow
yeah.
met them in
Through
New York,
through Chinatown. CSC, shout out CSC.
Yeah, and then it's a good group of guys, and we kind of connect very easily without necessarily being the best of friends, but we do understand what they're about, and we understand what we're about, and then you get on to these things, which is the own fan club. Like, how do you feel about all that? Is it a humbling experience?
I think it's a humbling experience. I think it's humbling because, like, at the end of the day, you kind of like, you know, let's take ourselves out of the picture.
Yeah.
Somebody that just wants to have a good time with his friends and maybe doesn't want to take things too serious. But then is also he's an enthusiast, right? So he likes culture, he likes art. Most of these guys are graphic designers or have a graphic designer in the crew. And so they're able to create a logo, something they can stand behind. It takes a lot of time to come up with a cool name. And so then there's a philosophy that you come up with, and the dudes that you bring in the crew, the boys and the girls you bring in the crew, have to maintain that philosophy on and off the field. That's a challenge too, because you might pick the wrong people. They might not believe in it, and then they might turn against you or start their own thing. We've seen it happen before, so. But I don't know. Personally, I encourage it. You know what I mean? I encourage it. I rather that than all these jockey dudes that get into fights in these garage leagues.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's a lot of good crews out there.
Yeah, there's good
and we gotta
crews.
show them love. And I think I had met Jack from Jack from Le Ballon
Yeah. In London.
in
Yeah.
Manchester.
Oh yeah.
Good times. And he was talking about the whole community of soccer crews out there, and he did mention, he's like, there's honestly probably like about 40 crews in the world that are
Active.
active
being
and doing
active.
similar things, or like-minded, have a like-minded approach to the game as we do, and it's good to see, and it's good to see these people link up and do not bigger things but better things, and own fan club, the market. Obviously, it's a World Cup year, so you kind of have to take advantage of that at some point.
Yeah.
But they're doing a decent thing with that.
I mean, the way I see it, you live once. Like, you can, if you have the power to do it, like, go for it. Like,
You can do
make your
whatever
life
you want.
better. Make your
Ah.
life better. If you would just want to have your own crew and have fun making jerseys and playing soccer and this and that, just do it. There's not more to it. You know what I mean? Look at Miles Wishlow just started a Leisure FC out in
Okay.
Vancouver.
There you go.
Did you see that video he just dropped?
No.
On Instagram? He did like he winds up and he's kicking the ball, and then there's a guy on, what do you call those chairs that you sleep on?
Hammock?
On a hammock. Their logo is like a hammock. There's
Okay.
a guy sleeping in a hammock. Leisure FC. And so he just launched the club, and it's him, and he kicks a ball, and you're like, oh, he looks like he's kicking on a net, but then he's kicking a dude on a hammock. It's fun shit. It's like, you know, it's just like, yeah, do it, go, make it happen. Like, let's go. I want to see more.
That's it.
And I'm proud of that too. And we've been friends with Miles for years, and I'm happy to see he's doing his thing. And we are supposed to do the Coupe des Coupes in October-ish.
Yes.
And hopefully Leisure can come down, and Chinatown can come down, and Wakanda can be a part of it, and all those good people that are just doing good things. You know what I mean?
And I mean, there's a lot of people out there doing their thing, and as you mentioned, I think it's easy to criticize. It's another thing to actually do things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people complain.
That's
you get the show.
Talk right there, baby.
If you want to subscribe to my own motivational podcast, you can do it.
Motivation.
No, but it's true. Like, it's so easy to complain, especially on Instagram, and hate and complain and fuck.
Rip somebody.
Yeah, do your fucking thing,
just
man.
Just rip it.
Do it.
And
That's
you're
all.
Like, yeah, what do you do?
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
like
I mean?
watching soccer games.
Yeah.
People will complain about how this guy's not good, about how he's not making the runs. Dude, you're sitting on a couch.
You can't even go up the stairs.
You can't even walk up the stairs. You're
like,
sitting on a
complaining
fucking
about?
couch, dude, watching the game, drinking a beer. So,
yeah, man.
About people that are doing good things.
Yeah, man.
Celia is out there.
Yeah.
Celia.
AKA,
with Ben traveling the world.
Celia, aka, what's her Instagram?
I can't pronounce it. I would Ceesk. There's a lot of E's. It's like a Ceesk.
Let me check.
Ceesk.
C-E-E-S-K.
There's a couple. There's three exactly. So Ceesk.
3 E's.
Yeah.
Ceesk.
There you go.
Ceesk.
Finding football is what, the 3rd or 4th year? Started out back.
Football.
I mean,
football has been.
It's been going on for a pretty good amount of time.
She did 2 exhibits.
2 exhibits. Went to Euro 2016.
Those little pins with the red
cards. That's true. That was the first edition. Then she went on to do Euro 2016. You guys did merch with her.
Yeah.
No, was it a Ringleaders thing?
It was a collab.
Collab, yes. Ringleaders T, Finding Football, Euro 2016.
Yeah.
And now off to Russia.
She's off to Russia. She's there.
Big moves.
So, man, we should get her on the show, yeah? We should
Live
get her on
from
the show
Russia,
next time.
Yeah.
She was gonna be here today, but like she's in Russia.
She's in Russia.
So the collab we did for Euro 2016, she took photos outside the stadium. Yeah, fans getting rowdy and shit.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we printed 3 photos on the back of shirts. Ringleaders logo on the front. And we kind of made her like a Finding Football kind of logo as well. And we made these fanny packs.
True, that's how it started, yeah.
Yeah, the fanny packs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And initially when we came out with the fanny, people slept on it.
We did.
People slept on it. And
it took us 2
years.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah, man, like people slept on it. And now now it's like still fire. Still.
I still see people in Montreal walk around with it.
Yeah.
I saw one person today walk around with it.
Did you know him?
I did not know that person.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's why I looked at him, kind of have eye contact. Ended up being super creepy, so I stopped. I didn't know the person. No, I didn't know him. So
he has no idea.
He has no idea. And I don't want to go up and be like, yo,
that's my team.
I play for the team. I've been playing. If you want my autograph, I've been practicing for 15 years now, so let me know. But yeah, no, so that's really cool. She's doing her thing now back in Russia for, I would imagine, another collab.
Yeah, we are working on another collab, which, she's supposed to send me photos like tomorrow. Like she's shooting.
As it happens.
Yeah, she's shooting all the time.
Wow, okay.
And I can start working on the product now. So yeah, that's fucking cool, right?
No, she's hyped for it. She's excited, I think. Well,
So,
she's
you know,
definitely
we
excited.
might do the drop in August or you know, basically by the time you hear this show, the website's gonna be ready.
Yeah.
And you just click on the calendar section.
And you'll know exactly.
And there will be a fucking date right there where you know when that shit's gonna come out.
Yeah. What can we expect? What can we expect from that? What can we expect from this finding football
oh my
part?
God, I don't
know if
I
it's a
wanna-
part, but it's a
Do I want to
it's a
leak?
sequel.
So what we're trying to do is we're gonna do tops again for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Better quality printing. Okay. Since our last collaboration, we've had access to like better places to print and stuff. And so there, I'm confident the product's gonna be better. But what we want to do is a 2.0 version of the fanny pack. So we're actually designing a different
bigger-
kind of a little bit bigger that fits a camera, maybe. Yeah, you know, something personalized for her.
Okay.
And then we're also doing a watch.
I
You want me to
don't
repeat that?
even know. Yeah.
You want me to repeat that? We're doing a fucking watch.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing a watch.
So, what are we talking about
Making
here?
a watch.
How?
I can't tell you.
Fucking Christ. Okay. You're not helping me with at all right now.
No, I'm not trying to be cocky. I'm
No,
just,
no.
I don't want to jinx myself.
No, it's positive.
Yeah, I don't wanna jinx
reinforcement.
myself.
Yeah, you're like, I gotta drop her watch
that's the
at
thing.
some point this year. So
Yeah, but it's
that's
gonna be
the
a
moment.
watch. You know. It's gonna
What
be
the
a watch.
hell? Like a classic.
Yeah.
We can't. No, we can't talk about it.
Talk about
Classic
what?
watch, like a classic.
It's gonna be like, you know, something that everybody could wear. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to wear. Everybody's gonna be able to wear it. This reminds me of something, but I'll get back to this.
Yes.
This is the about of the website.
The about of the website is makes
because
no sense.
Ironically, we were talking about making a watch.
Yeah,
And
but we talk about
and
making
I
a
always
watch.
say I don't believe in time.
Exactly.
And I told
And that
Matt
fucks up
before,
everything.
before we started recording. I was like, Matt, on this show we don't talk about years.
Yeah,
We don't
time
talk
does
about
not
time.
exist.
Yes.
But we're making a watch,
Exactly.
and we have a calendar on the website. So
If
if
yeah,
you're
we have a
listening to
calendar.
this, yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
was trying to convince myself to convince Matt yesterday. I was like, should we call it schedule instead of calendar? and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
So about the about
What am I gonna do? What
about
should I do?
the about.
I'm about the about. Okay, so quickly, we're gonna get back to Celia in a minute.
Yeah. She's in Russia right now. I can wait.
She's in Russia. Is she sleeping there?
Probably sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Or
partying.
maybe they're just waking up right now. So,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
midnight, Ringleaders at midnight. Okay, check this out. The about. Okay, and you translated the French.
The French
which I
one,
think
yeah.
you might have made 2 spelling mistakes.
Oh, come on.
I think so, but we're gonna.
Ouch.
Pat's really good at that.
Ouch.
He's gonna let us know. So here's the about, okay? The Ringleaders Football Club. Where time has no time. Where nothing matters and nobody cares. Where culture is a ritual and dreams become true. Life is good, but here it's better. That's our about. So then, Yvonne translated it.
Where are my spelling mistakes?
I think.
Ah, man,
I'll
I'm
point
super
them out in 2
self-conscious
seconds.
now.
Hold up. So, in French, là où le temps n'existe pas, où rien ne compte, où tout le monde s'en fout, où la culture est un rituel et les rêves deviennent réalité. La vie est belle, mais ici, c'est mieux.
Ici, c'est mieux, j'adore.
C'est bien, hein?
Yeah.
Ici, c'est mieux, hein?
Yeah, because we always complain about how
Is there a T on s'en fout? On s'en
fou, oui.
Le monde s'en fout, ça
Ouais,
prend
ça prend un
T?
T, c'est vrai.
Ouais. Puis,
Oh, did I write one or did I not write
You
one?
wrote one. You put a T on it.
Okay.
And then, et les rêves deviennent réalité. Réalité, ça prend un S?
No.
No? Shit. Oh, man. I was talking shit. Yesterday, I was like bashing you.
Fuck, man, you scared me. No, we read it.
You
Anyways,
like that pad? Yeah.
it's good.
All right.
The AC Simir is good, man. Here is better. It's so common to complain about how
Yeah.
we can be moving out. I'm one of the first ones to complain. You can be somewhere else, doing something else, doing better, but you're probably not going to do better.
Yeah. No. And I think like
It's good here. We're good.
it's kind of represents a bit like what RFC is about. Like we just make our life better because of these choices we've made to like the way we play, la façon qu'on se comporte, sur le terrain.
The people that you meet.
outside le terrain. Huh?
Yeah, the people that you meet
The people
within
we
the
meet,
club.
the people we engage with,
Yeah. And you've
that
seen it.
obviously ties back into the cruise that we were talking before.
Yeah.
That from Soho to CSC to all those dudes, that makes our life better because when I go to New York, I got a place to play.
You got people to hang out with.
I
Yeah,
always bring my cleats,
yeah.
and I'll always make sure to at least one of my nights that I'm there to see the dudes, to see them at a bar or whatever.
We got to do more of that.
Yeah,
I'm
of
not good at
course.
that when I
And-
travel.
And even going back to Celia, she's.
I put her in touch with Martino.
Oh no way.
Martino reached out to me.
Is he in Russia?
He's having the time of his life in
Oh
Russia.
my god.
So
God.
hopefully they get in touch, because that's how
Yo.
that's what Ringleaders is about. Is people that we've met, we've worked with, or we played with. That's somehow like you don't need to connect with them right away. You can connect with them 4 years after, 6 years after, and it's still
Bro.
super relevant.
Bro, Martino's in Russia.
Martino's plan in Russia is to travel the country for free. That's the plan that he has. So he's traveling I think it's all the World Cup cities, all the host cities basically, and his objective is to travel and live there for free.
Oh wow.
So meet people, hang out with
Just
guys,
Bum a spot to sleep.
bum a couch, take a train, blah blah. Yeah, that's his plan. So he's there. Great. I mean, obviously it's a Martino idea, I would imagine, or it's a Martino
Wow.
concept. So he's
Wow.
doing it. I don't know if he's going to any games
He's
or
the
not.
only guy that can pull this off.
He's gonna pull it off.
Hands down.
Yeah, he's
Hands
already.
down, he's the only guy that can pull
Yeah,
this
maybe
off.
I'll have to buy beers to people here and there. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, because he's like a gentleman.
yeah.
He's a gentleman.
So he reached out a few weeks ago, asking me if I knew anyone that was traveling, and I knew that Celia and Ben were going.
Oh my
so
god, that's so cool.
so hopefully
Wow.
they do get in touch and hang out. So
Yeah, you just blew my mind away. I need
Yeah,
to take a break.
so-
I need to take a break. Wow.
we'll be right
That
back.
is so crazy.
Yeah, so
That is crazy.
the Ringleaders,
Wow.
in the sense, yes, we do play 3 times a week, but it's also the people that we've met, the people that we kind of connect with each other, the people that have started working together in the team, that have started their own thing and then involved other people from the team. I think that's what it's about. And I mean, again, Dave left for Portland. He could have fucked off and not
Ever-
not ever
yeah,
talk to you again, or not ever
yeah.
mention the Ringleaders again. And it's the opposite.
Yeah.
He's built a team
Yeah.
called the Ringleaders in Portland. It's the same for everyone that's traveling, that's not in Montreal anymore, that still have that connection to the team or the club or the brand or the whatever you want to call it. But I think at some point in life you're gonna reconnect with those guys and it's gonna make sense.
Absolutely, and even like just social media makes it a small world because like, man, like I talk to Luca all the time, like
Yeah.
like Patterson, like
You talk to all those
you know
guys,
what I mean, like
even if it's
as
guys
if
that
they're
have
still here.
Yeah.
like it doesn't. Even
Some guys
matter.
played for years, some guys played for a year, 6 months.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You still
Yeah.
talk to Bart. Bart still, has his Ringleaders tattooed on his heart.
Yeah,
And it's the same level as if you're seeing Rod or Davis or Giancarlo over the weekend. It's the same kind
same
of
thing.
connection.
Same thing. It's like
And that's what's crazy about it.
yeah,
Because
it's crazy, right?
we've all, I think I've played for teams where I would show up on the Friday night and play in my game and then leave and then that's it.
That's it.
I
Nobody
mean,
cares.
we're still friends, we still talk, but it's not to the point that you're actually wanting to hang out outside of the pitch or after games or whatever, or even connect with that person on projects that you're working with.
And this is why
I'm renting an office, and my office neighbors are Mitz and Dan.
That's amazing.
That
That's
I play
amazing.
with. Yeah.
That's
So
amazing. That's amazing.
c'est fou là.
That's why I say where time has no time. That's kind of what it means to me. It kind of means that
Yeah, and it's
that's
true
what
because
it means to me. Where time has no time.
I mean, I've not known these guys. I've not known these guys for 20 years. I've known these guys. Some of these guys I've known for 2 years, but it's as if you know them for 10 years.
Yeah.
A guy like Luke, for example, I don't know him very well. I've known him for 2 years, 3
Yeah.
years, and the guy is just—he's all good vibes.
Yeah, and
Hardy's like he's a machine
yeah.
on the field.
Yeah, he is a machine.
Oh my
Yo,
God.
he's flying since like last
Holy
season. He's
fuck.
flying. He's amazing. He's
My
amazing.
dream is to just like play with him. Actually play with him, not play with him. Just let him play. Like I don't think we need to do anything when he's on the field.
Yeah, he's really
But
good.
he's
man.
super good vibes. It's all those
vibes,
guys.
Like good kid. Like what could you say, man?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. So that's basically what it kind of boils down to. So, and you know, if we circle back a little bit to Celia, oh man, I can't believe she's with Martino. That's so good.
I hope she's
She won't. She's oh man, he's gonna. Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I want her to do a lot of things like
Damn. Well,
out there.
excitingly enough, like I said, the first drop was awesome. We shot the lookbook.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that lookbook was done at a studio with pro model, actual real
Yeah,
models.
I remember.
The people
Yeah.
that were in that lookbook
Were models.
They weren't players. Like they were, you know, I knew them from the scene and stuff, but like they've never really played with us and all that. But it was an experience. It was something different. People liked it. And so yeah, round two's coming up. I'm pretty stoked about it, and you know, like anything we can do to support Celia to keep pushing the finding football concept, which, if I understood correctly, she likes going into these obscure soccer leagues, these lower level kind of
Yeah.
divisions,
But
and
also
documenting
yeah.
straight up what's happening off the field. Like,
I'm
close
curious
the
to see
field.
what she's gonna do in Russia. Because obviously it's a major event, so it's gonna be. I wouldn't say it's tough to find those smaller stories, but you're gonna find them. And the whole, I mean, I've never been to Russia, so it's a big question mark
Well,
for me.
she was showing some celebrations today. You know what I'm saying? I don't
There
know
you
if
go.
you saw on her Instagram. She was showing some of them celebrations. You know
So yeah, so
what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's good. I know.
so
she's
no
shooting-
pressure, but I'm sure it's gonna be really good.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna make it good.